Dyer's Daily.
One thing I've noticed during this lockdown period that we as a society find ourselves in right now is that there has been a great increase in the amount of people talking to each other over like video services and as we used to call it, VoIP, I think is a phrase to describe that. Things like Zoom and Skype, there's been a huge increase in the amount of these services being used. And I, for one, think it's about time. Because I have been using these services for a long time, and certainly Skype anyway. Zoom I'll get onto in a moment, but I've been using them for a long time, and I've wondered why the world hadn't quite caught up. Like, there were some people on it, but then there were quite a few that weren't. And it's become this new thing thanks to Zoom. And Zoom, I have to say, I wasn't that keen on Zoom at first, because it seemed like it was coming along and taking away something from Skype. You know, it was doing kind of the same thing, and it was like, do we need two of the same thing? And actually, it isn't the same thing at all, because Zoom is much more suited to multiple people, sometimes up to 100, 500, 1,000 people in the same chat, which I have to say is amazing. Isn't that amazing? That is amazing that we can have up to 1,000 people talking to each other at the same time. We're all able to see the different feeds and stuff. And it's been great for businesses during this lockdown to have meetings, of course, and just family catching up. What a great thing Zoom is. Now, obviously, there are privacy concerns at this moment in time, but I'm sure as time goes on, we'll become a much clearer about what these services are, what they require from us, and how we can use them once we know how they work for us, So I think Zoom is a wondrous, marvelous thing. And I've enjoyed actually doing sort of meetings and things over there. I've done roundtables of various discussions, and it has been a revelation in the absence of being able to go and visit people and sit around a table and have a genuine conversation. That is definitely the next best thing. Have you had any experience with Zoom? Have you tried it? Or do you prefer Skype, perhaps? Or maybe you're just not into it at all, because let's be honest, nothing can replace the traditional conversation that can be had in person. Seeing real-time reaction in person. Sometimes, in my experience, Zoom has problems with being able to sync up audio and video, and sometimes there's a delay. Sometimes we have issues around that. Some people's connections aren't strong enough, which I'm sure will be eradicated over time once things are a bit more normalized and people know about these things and use them as part of their everyday life, rather than the novelty of it being during a lockdown and, oh, there's this thing you can do. Oh, is there? Yeah. So yeah, I wondered what you thought about it. Do let me know, because I don't want it to just be me talking at you. I a little bit like a Zoom meeting. I want it to be that you can talk back to me, that we're having a conversation as friends in some way. So if you have something to say on that subject, please do get in contact. But I, for one, for the moment, will be using Zoom for the foreseeable future, and Skype actually, because some people haven't quite made the transfer over. But there's still time. There is still time. Right, now, this is the part of the show where I say thank you very much for listening to the Dyer's Daily podcast. And if you'd like to get in contact with me, you can tweet at JamieDyer89 on Twitter. You can go to my Facebook page, which is Jamie Dyer. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe on your favourite podcast provider. And I shall see you same time, same place on the next podcast. Have a great day, one and all.